Don't worry, I am not going to advise you what to do and what not to do if you are over 50. Rather, we can share some common stories. Because I am nearing 60, I know pretty damn well how it feels when you start suffering from low libido. Therefore, I am going to talk about it in this video. Yes, mainly about the sexual dysfunction we certainly face as we grow old. And besides, we will try to find the best possible solutions as well. Before I proceed and get into the topic, let me tell you how I had felt when I was between 20 and 30, or say, between 30 and 40. Because I have gone through that age, I know what used to come to my mind whatever I thought about the coming old age scenario. I have seen my grandmother, who had almost touched 100 years before she died peacefully on her bed. On the contrary, my father didn't cross 60, and my mother didn't cross 70. Apart from those private family affairs, I would like to remind you that, at that time, when I was young or reached the middle age, I always told myself one thing. Why should I worry about the future so early? I will face the problem as it comes. Now it comes, and I want to tell you what I am going through. So let's get into today's topic, how to adapt to sexual dysfunction as we grow old.
Hello and welcome to Gunset, a channel for intelligent and curious people like you. Before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support.
First of all, I would like to remind you one harsh truth about old age. Young people, however empathetic and sympathetic they might seem to you, they don't bother about your old age. When I was young, I didn't bother. I thought, it's okay. There is still a lot of time at my hands, and let me enjoy my present moments. Everyone falling into that category thinks that way. But as we grow old, we start feeling the changes that take place inside our body. And our bodies change in many ways. Not one, but many changes. Sexual dysfunction is not only one of them, but the worst of them. Why? Well, people have different opinions. Because human sexuality is not all about reproduction, it is complex, and we don't want to discuss it openly. As a result, there is a conflict inside our mind. As we have been accustomed to a free service for a long time, we cannot accept issues like erectile dysfunction, vaginal dryness, etc., etc. Those free services have been giving us immense pleasure since puberty, and now some invisible force suddenly announces, "Okay, brother and sister, the free service is no longer available." At the end of the day, what we need to face is sexual dysfunction. Most importantly, it's a natural part of growing older, but it doesn't have to be something we simply accept. However, my friend, we have to accept it. Not only accept it, but we need to know how to adapt to the new problem. Yes, we must treat it as a problem first, and after that we must find the best possible solution available. Consequently, before solving this new problem, we need to understand what is sexual dysfunction. In short, sexual dysfunction refers to problems that prevent people from enjoying or achieving satisfaction in their sexual activities just like before. But wait. Let's stop here for some time and think twice. Sexual dysfunction might also happen in our young age, isn't it? Otherwise, sex therapists would have been unemployed if it happened only in old age. Because of our awareness and intelligence, we know that it happens in old age, and we don't run to therapists immediately, knocking their doors. But if it happens at a young age, we break open and enter therapist chambers. Therefore, let us be honest, these issues can affect anyone, regardless of age, but they become more common as we grow older. For men, this might mean erectile dysfunction or reduced libido. For women, it could involve vaginal dryness or decreased sexual desire. But the immediate question that comes to my mind is, if we are fully aware that it will happen, why do we get so bothered about it? Why can't we take it as it comes and embrace it like our old friends? Let me explain why I am calling it friends. To understand this perspective, you must think of your childhood when there was no libido, no sexual desires. But, yes, those were such beautiful moments. We were not even aware of it at all. Then changes in our bodies start coming, and we have treated those changes as friends. However, now we cannot treat these changes as friends. We think these changes are enemies. Not only that, we forget that it might have some good effects also. Isn't it? Why is this so? Basically, as long as the heavy burden of libido and sexual desires make our thought processing power clog up, we don't feel free. But as we grow old, this story changes a lot. Without the burden of desires, we can now think rationally and logically. As an outcome, this should have affected self-esteem, relationships, and overall quality of life. However, for some people it doesn't act that way. They think they are big losers. Secondly, we need to understand the causes of sexual dysfunction with age. There are many factors, especially as we age, so sexual dysfunction doesn't happen for one reason. The factors can include hormonal changes, chronic conditions, medications, mental health, and of course, lifestyle factors. Let us first start with hormonal changes. As we get older, hormone levels decrease, and it's very common. In men, testosterone drops, and in women, estrogen levels decline after menopause. Then comes chronic conditions, such as diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure can interfere with sexual function. After that, we should think of medications, because some medications can have side effects that affect sexual performance. Finally, mental health and lifestyle factors always get merged, as anxiety, depression, or stress can significantly reduce libido and satisfaction, and it enhances with poor diet, lack of exercise, or alcohol use. Meanwhile, keeping everything in mind, we must know why it's important to address sexual dysfunction. If we take it as granted because we are growing old, and dismiss sexual health as something unimportant as we age, that will certainly be a wrong approach. Why? Because for a long time since puberty, sexuality has been an integral part of our life as a whole, where our partners have also been involved. Subsequently, it plays a vital role in our emotional well-being and relationships. Because a healthy sex life contributes to intimacy, satisfaction, and overall happiness, we need to take care of it. Research shows that individuals who remain sexually active in later years report a better quality of life. So, it's worth putting in the effort to find solutions. Moreover, we cannot treat them as enemies, but as friends, taking into account the positive side of lower libido. In the same vein, we search for solutions and adaptation strategies. And believe me, there are many ways to adapt to sexual dysfunction, whether the issue is physical, mental, or a combination of both. Let us explain them one by one. Firstly, communicate with your partner. Of course, the first step is open communication. If you're experiencing sexual dysfunction, talk to your partner. Remember, they may have their own concerns because each individual comes with different attributes, and therefore, together, you can work out a solution. As research shows that couples who communicate openly are more likely to find satisfying solutions, this is one of the best solutions at hand. I again repeat, don't be afraid to share your feelings, whether it's about desires, limitations, or anything that might be affecting your intimacy. Secondly, we can think of lifestyle changes. You see, making some simple lifestyle changes can improve sexual function in a great way that you cannot imagine. Here are a few suggestions that might sound interesting. Have a joint exercise session, which must include exercising regularly. Scientifically, it is proven physical activity increases blood flow and improves stamina. Not only that, it also helps balance hormones and reduces stress. So give it a try. Next, think about healthy diet and avoid junk food. Do you know, eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins supports both physical health and sexual function? Besides, you should limit alcohol and quit smoking, as both alcohol and smoking can impair circulation and reduce sexual desire. Finally, you must manage stress. Most importantly, stress is a major libido killer. On that account, practice relaxation techniques like meditation, yoga, or deep breathing exercises. Thirdly, seek professional help. Let me explain why it is important. In some cases, it is found lifestyle changes aren't enough. Keeping that in mind, it might be time to seek professional help. Again, I would recommend a few options. First, see doctors and specialists. It is because only a healthcare provider can check for underlying medical conditions like diabetes or low testosterone levels. Based on their findings, they can also prescribe medications or hormone therapy for women experiencing menopause-related issues. Second, visit therapists and counselors. It's true that sometimes sexual dysfunction is linked to emotional or psychological factors. If that is the case, only a sex therapist or counselor can help address anxiety, depression, or past trauma that might be affecting your sex life. Hence, there are a lot of options at present that include exploring alternative treatments too. Finally, and overall, we need to realize the importance of patience and acceptance. Above all, it's important to be patient with yourself and your partner. Any type of sexual dysfunction can take time to address, and solutions may not be immediate, so we need to give it time to solve. Besides, it's also key to remember that sexuality doesn't always have to be defined by traditional methods, because intimacy can come in many forms. From holding hands to exploring new ways to pleasure one another, we must keep those things in our mind. So keep an open mind and don't rush the process. In summary, let us embrace change, which is very, very important. But the only way to do that is to change the problems to new opportunities. Of course, sexual dysfunction is a challenge many of us face as we age, but it's not something to be ashamed of. On that account, with open communication, lifestyle changes, professional support, and patience, it's possible to maintain an active and fulfilling sex life well into our later years. So embrace these changes as part of the journey of aging, and remember that your health, happiness, and relationships really matter. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on living a healthier, happier life. And if you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Take care and stay safe.